Good morning. Had a pretty good night last night. Hung out with two new friends, and we walked to the co-op. We got some beer to share, so we were hanging out, drinking that till pretty late. But I slept pretty well. Got up at 8, which is pretty late for me lately. And it's 10 o'clock now, and I haven't gotten started yet because I'm trying to download a map of northern Scotland so I can find my B&B when I get there. So then I'm gonna try and catch up with my friends and finish the trail. This is the last day. I have about a 15-mile day to get to the end, and kind of sad. I don't want it to be done. This has been really cool. So but I'm looking forward to hiking today and seeing some beautiful sights. We're starting the day off with a bit of a climb, actually. I think it's about 700 feet in a mile. After this climb, it should level out a little bit more and shouldn't be too difficult for the rest of the day. So it'll be good to get this part out of the way first thing and then just enjoy the ride. I put my shoes in the drying room yesterday, and they're still damp. If you put your stuff in a room, even a warm room, and everyone else is putting their wet stuff in there, it turns into more of a steam room. And now it smells too. Wow. So that's Kinlochleven. That's where we just came from. So cool. Some farm ruins. I've pretty much decided that I'm going to get a new backpack. It's still really bothering my shoulders. I've tried tightening it. The only thing that gives any kind of relief is unbuckling the sternum strap, and even then I could still feel it. I am probably carrying a little bit more weight than I would otherwise. I have heavier camp shoes, I have a heavier sleeping pad, and a heavier shelter, and I'm carrying some rain gear and bug protection that I wouldn't normally carry in the summer in New England. So, and I have a heavy gas canister, which I normally am an alcohol stove user, so that's usually a lot lighter. I'm not used to carrying this much weight in the backpack, and that's probably what's causing all of the pain. But sometimes I have to be able to carry this much weight. I'm having this for lunch. I saved it for kind of a meal just in case, and since there's no lunch stops along the way where you can buy food, I figured I'll just eat this for lunch. A little bit more than halfway through the day, and I'll let you know how this is. The flavor in this one is really good. It actually, I think, has sufficient seasonings in it, and you get a lot of the kind of black bean taste. I don't think it's super heavy on the garlic. I kind of wonder if like some garlic powder might add a little bit more to this, but it's pretty good on its own. I'd probably buy this one again, actually. I believe that's Ben Nevis right there. The high point, I think, in all of the UK. I think it's 4,000 something feet. We're about 10.5 miles into today, and we have stopped the most of the climbing for today. Now it's going to be pretty much downhill the rest of the way till we get to Fort William. So the hard parts are done. We're probably less than 5 miles left of the whole thing. I think that's Fort William down there. I'm on a little blue blaze going to Glen Nevis campsite because that's where my friend Manun is camping tonight, I think, and she mentioned that she would take my fuel canister because I can't fly with it and I don't need it anymore. So hoping I can find her, or at least her tent. This place is so huge, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack. Well, I did not find her, but I ended up finding the kitchen, so I left it in there because there's like a little area where people left things behind, so hopefully someone else can use it. Oh, I actually just ran into Manun, and she had actually missed the campsite, so she was coming from the other direction looking for it. So I told her where the fuel canister was, and we exchanged numbers, so hopefully we'll be able to keep in touch. Now I'm just walking to my B&B, so I'm gonna get checked in, drop my bag off, and then probably finish the trail and get some food. This is the original end of the West Highland Way. The new trail keeps going into town because you have to exit through the gift shop or whatever.